backyard. If you go onto the Aqua Hunter site, we're there as the Uyeda Brothers, or if you go to our website, uydabrothers.com, then we're Uyeda Brothers, of course. Let's see, where do we start? At one time we were only shore fishermen, and then we started, you know how there's like not too much fish around all the time, so we started wading up to the outer reefs. And we would swim to the outer reefs, whip off of the outer reefs, and after we were like, you know what, our brother-in-law was like, you guys should be fishing off your surfboards. So we started paddling on our surfboard, fishing on our surfboards, and then one day we decided to get this rubber raft. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna get this rubber raft, it's gonna be awesome and all this. And so we're out there on this little rubber raft, paddling around, whipping, catching pretty good fish and stuff with the rubber raft too, but when it gets windy, the rubber raft, you're gone, right? I mean, we're walking the rubber raft back miles along the beach sometimes. And one day, our brother-in-law again tells us, you guys should try a kayak. And so we jumped on the kayak, paddled it. First time out, we just were whipping off of the kayak. Had a great time. And honestly, we were kind of like strict paddle people, yeah, like, you know, manly, we're gonna just paddle and whatever. The first time we tried one of the Hobies with the Mirage Drive, we were sold. Well, I was sold anyway. I couldn't believe how much easier it was, how fast it could go. Even the sailing, I'm not really like a sailor kind of person, but one lesson from Dave, and we were sailing this TI already, and it's just amazing. If you've never tried AI or a TI, you have to try it. It's like life changing.
And keep kind of keep a lookout for their demos that they have.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have the demos usually at Kayak Beach, and you sign up, and then you can sign up to try all different kayaks before you buy it. Yeah? So it's a lot of, it's fun. I mean, it's just fun to try it. The Mirage Drive, those of you who don't know what the Mirage Drive is, it's like foot pedals, right? So you know on those windy days when you're paddling out there and you get really thirsty, but the wind is strong and the current is strong, you can't drink anything, right? So as you just stop paddling, you start drifting backwards. With this, we just sit there, we're pedaling, and then the flippers are propelling our kayak. So the whole time while we're doing that, our hands are free, get something to drink, you know, we can drink whatever we're doing, we can eat while we're on it.
Let out the lines.
Yep, let out the lines, fish, yeah, we can do everything with it, just because of the Mirage Drive. One of the things that I found about the Mirage Drive is I used to weigh almost, well, I don't know how much I weighed, like 188 pounds or something like that. And then since February, I lost like 20-something pounds already. But I'm not saying that if you use a Mirage Drive, you're going to lose weight, because you kind of have to put in some of the effort. But I just ended up dropping weight. So I'm 5 pounds away from my target weight, was 150. And then, I don't know, I just kept dropping weight, and I think it's because of this. And even under sail, it's really interesting because when you're sailing and the wind's coming from a certain direction, you have to correct with your body. It's like a core workout the whole time that we're out there. And one day when I have a six-pack, well, actually, right now, no more.
The thing that I was really excited about with the Mirage Drive is that before, when we were paddling, two of us paddling, you know, we would go maybe depending on current direction and the wind and whatnot, but when one of us jumps on and starts pedaling this kayak with these Mirage Drive turbo fins, it goes as fast as two of us used to paddle before. So now you can imagine, we jump on, both of us jamming on it, we're picking up some good speed, yeah.
We can fly, and when this is rigged up, we have both sides. We usually have a fish bag on this side with about 100 pounds of ice. So there's a fish bag, all of this, all our stuff, all our lines out and everything, and one person paddling is faster than both of us paddling just a single kayak. So it's an awesome. When you get a TI, if you get a TI, it doesn't come with all of these little bells and whistles that we have going here. When you get the TI, you get the hull, you get two Mirage Drives, You have your amas, and your akas, and your amas, and
Sail.
oh, the sail. We kept putting the mast is like 19 feet high, so it wouldn't fit in here. And the seat backs.
And the paddle.
And 2 paddles.
Oh, and 2 paddles. Cool thing about the seat backs too is it has an inflatable lumbar support. I like my kind of build. Garrett kind of likes his a little bit more saggy. And I have a bad back, so I have a bad back, so I like it. I like the support that it gives me. Things that we added on. So start from the back or the front? Oh, usually you start from the front.
Alright, so we added on these spray skirts right here. Got from Kayaking, what was it?
Kayaking Boss.
Kayaking Bob. If you're interested in these, we also have them now also, so you can check with us. It really saves a lot from when you're sailing. There's a lot of splash coming off the front, off the nose, and it saves a lot of cowling off at the end. It gets cold too, you know, with the splash. So that saves a lot. And then we added these trampolines here, Hobie trampolines, which are really awesome because, like Kevin said, we got the fish bag over there, 100 pounds of ice. You see, it's really sturdy over here.
Yeah.
We can be like sitting down and fight the fish off the sides.
Take pictures too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you ever seen some of our videos, or if you see some of the pictures, I actually have pictures of Garrett sitting here fighting fish. I just sit back here, drive, whatever, film, everything. It's pretty awesome. We've had Garrett sitting on this side with the fish bag, sitting on the fish bag, fighting fish, and no problem for this kayak. Of course, we have our GPS fish finder in the front with the extremely expensive splash guard. I think you can buy a pack of 3 for like $1.59 or something.
Oh, with this clamps.
Oh, yeah, we have the clamp that we use for this is a motorcycle clamp from Ram Mount. And so it's supposed to be a fork clamp, but we use it to clamp right onto our little guy there. Other things, Garrett put little baskets in the front if you ever, later on when you get a chance to come up and look at it. But these little baskets that he stuck down just to throw things by our feet so it doesn't get jammed up in the garage drive and everything. Moving back some more, we have our track system. We kind of fell in love with this track system with our other kayaks, so we added this track system. We had to get this from the mainland with the order. It's from Bert's Custom Tackle. The only thing is that it's called Bert's Custom Tackle, but they wouldn't custom cut it for us to the length that we wanted. So we took it to the other Bert, and then Bert cut it and tapped it so we could have our screw holes and everything inside here too. Yeah. So if you're on the upper floor on that's Metal Man. The thing that we like about these tracks and the rod holders that they have is they are all ratcheted. You can put them in all different directions. Just with a little click, you can ratchet it up, get the rods out of your way. If you want to land the fish on a certain side or whatever, I mean, you can move them all over the place. You can aim them. I can like stick it forward, let Garrett play with the rod holder here. Anyway, so other things, headrest. After trying this thing, and then because we started making these super long runs all the time, because once you jump on one of these, it's kind of fun, yeah. So we went from making I think our long runs were like what before?
13.
Yeah, yeah.
Average about 13-mile round trips.
Yeah, but now with this, we stay out forever, and
we get about
30 something, maybe more than that miles on a trip. And so our heads get tired, so we made headrest. So first Gareth wanted a headrest, so I put him a headrest, and I was kind of laughing at him, and afterwards I was like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. So the joke was on me, yeah. Anyway, so that's what we have here. This is usually, I have a video camera mounted here. So we have a video camera mounted here. I have a GoPro video camera mounted on the back behind my head, and I have a camera that I actually screw onto my hat. Kevin, what kind of camera is on your hat? I have a Tachyon, the Tachyon bullet looking one. on my hat. No. I kind of like it better than the GoPro. I always get confused with the GoPro. I press the button too long. It starts taking pictures instead of videotaping. And the Kayak, which it's one button on, film, one button off. The GoPro, you're supposed to be able to do that too, but I can't figure it out.
I can show you how to do that. That's pretty easy. Yeah, you can go, instead of powering it on, you can go just straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Just start filming.
Other things that we've added on is are these tuna clips. We have about 30 something or 40 tuna clips on and in this kayak. We use them for everything. Our VHF radio clips onto this little string behind my brother's head. I clip the tuna clip onto it. Yeah, we have tuna clips clipped to our hats because when we're sailing really fast, the hat flies off. The tuna clips everywhere. I have tuna clips inside my hatch to hold all my goodies, so that if I need to get anything out, like my bilge pump, it's like connected inside here too. My spare paddle in here too. You can get this from Don also.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you can go here and paddle yourself in if you ever get into trouble. I have an extra life jacket in here. I have everything in there. All our fishing gear goes in there. Other things we added on is the Hobie live well. Those of you that like to fish with live bait, or just like to have something cool to hold your things in, Hobie live well. The best thing about this live well, I was telling somebody earlier, is it fits in this and it fits in our Revo also. So it just pops right in and out. Nothing ever drags on the outside because the water is actually sucked up through the scupper holes. So it sucks up through the scupper holes, it empties out to the other side scupper hole, and the battery, everything is just all nicely kept in this little compartment in the back.
How do you guys like that unit? Do you guys used to run? Yeah, you guys had quite a few different live bait wells over the years.
Yeah, our other live bait wells were all homemade. So I had one made out of a cooler, had one made out of a Rubbermaid container. I gave it to Bert. Rubbermaid container one was pretty awesome, except that the pump had to drag in the water. I made one that's similar to the design that they have here. I think they stole my idea, and it actually sucks water through the scupper hole because we used to be very secretive. We still are, but we used to be more secretive. So I used to build in all my live bait well. It looked like a fish bag, but then actually underneath the fish bag was a live bait well. So when everybody looks, like, oh yeah, the fish bag on the back, but it was actually a little hidden live bait well. All the water was pumped up through the scupper hole. It drained off behind my seat. Nobody could see anything. We were kind of, I think our dad taught us to be secretive when it comes to fishing. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got to be a little bit ninja. This contraption here, I made because when you are sailing, the main line comes down, and it actually is like, it's back here, right? So every time we would tack, I get hit in the head with the lines, and it kind of irritated me. So one day I thought, hey, I'm going to make myself some rod holders back here. And while I was making the rod holders, I thought, I'm going to make something to keep the lines off my head too. And so this is what happened. This is how this thing was born. And of course you can see that I made it so it fit around my bait well, right? Still supported all over the place. The straps hold it down. Goes around my bait well nicely. The line comes through under here. And then after a while I was thinking, hey, it would be a great idea to put a camera mount here too. So in came the camera mount. And now we have our shotgun rod holder action back here, right? Take the strike, I grab the rod, pull it, everything comes forward. This is like playing with Tinker Toys, yeah? This is adult Tinker Toys. And I think that's all we added. Of course we all have all our rod leashes. We have rod leashes everywhere. Rod leashes in the front, back, the middle. And I don't know if this is an add-on. We don't use a gaff. We have gaffs, but we don't use a gaff. We use a Kayak. This was made by our friend, we call him Uncle G, but his name is G Fake. Well, actually his name is Meredith. Nobody knows him as that. Anyway, so Uncle G made this for us. Fish comes in, bam, nail him in the head, pick him up. People ask, do the fish fall off? We had one fall off once, it was a 30-something.